one thing that has driven my passion is job creation and wealth creation throughout the state of Mississippi. And that's the kind of expertise that I can bring to the state treasurer's office. When I became mayor of Ocean Springs, I certainly didn't expect Hurricane Katrina to come 6 weeks later. Let's say my sense of timing wasn't the greatest on that one. It was trial by flood, for sure. But you know, I always wondered, what will I do with all of that skill set, all of that background in economic development and language, grant writing, administration, knowing most of the state agencies, MDOT, MDA, DFA, Department of Health, Department of Mental Health, and really to understand what can one do as a mayor, and one can do a lot as a mayor. Right, George? That's a great skill set to have when you're a mayor, especially in face of disaster. To know a lot about the programs, community development, block grant programs, what kind of federal grants are available, and how to go get it. And let me be very clear that, make no mistake about it, I will be the candidate that will stick up for state, county, and city employees to ensure that the integrity of the PERS system remains intact, that there will be no tinkering with the 13th COLA, cost of living adjustment check, and I am not in favor of morphing it to a 401k type of system. And you know, as an economist and international finance background, I bring the kind of education and experience to that office that will be critical. My opponent is an attorney and very smart and very nice, but I have got the background that matters for the state treasury. Now, my opponent, as you all know, is a Haley Barbour appointee to the State Personnel Board. So who will my opponent march to on this issue if elected? Will it be the people and the current state retirees and the current state, county, and city employees? Will it be for our teachers, our police, and our firefighters? Or will she be dancing to the tune of a political party? I will not be doing that. I am not beholden to party. No one will be yanking my strings. I'm going to do what's right for the people. The main thing that I can also do as treasurer is to work with the team at the Mississippi Development Authority and at MDOT, and being on that team that recruits new business and industry to our state. Because I care about that, I know how to do it, I know how the other states do it, and what we need to do to be more competitive. So I would work with those other agencies and the Office of the Governor to ensure that we present our best foot forward. You know, when I was in the European office, I tried my best to get Mercedes-Benz over here to the state of Mississippi. We lost that project to the state of Alabama, as you all know very, very clearly. But they just beat us. They put together 30 parcels of property within a 2-week period. The governor called up the legislature and they beat our package by $80 million. They had their Department of Transportation at the table, they had the team in place, and they got it done. And that's what it really takes. You need statewide officials, leadership, department heads, and the Office of the Governor to bring in new industry. And people ask me all the time, you know, how are you going to get along as a Democrat? I said, well, let me tell you, and Ocean Springs is the most predominantly Republican town in the state, and they've elected me twice. My board of aldermen are 7 white Republican males, and we get along just fine. So it's not important to me, really, the party, but just getting things done. That's what people want. That's what the citizens of Mississippi want. They want an opportunity for a good education, someone with the smarts enough to build a team that brings in new jobs and retains the ones that we have. That's what I can do for the state of Mississippi. I love this state. I've been all over. I'm not a stranger to Jackson, having lived here before, working with NDA, but I'm not an insider either with a little clique. I want to make sure we have an even playing field. I want to ensure that all bond attorneys and investment underwriters have an opportunity to help us invest in the smartest way for our proceeds and our revenues in the state.